We'll talk about the legal significance of all of this with CNN legal analyst Mark Garagos, and with us also California prosecutor Wendy Patrick. Okay, where am I missing something? Either a knife is legal or it's not legal, because when the microscope is on a case like this, you're going to get your ducks in a row. Mark, please tell me that a state's attorney would have those ducks in a row and have checked every I and T before coming out and making that announcement.
I don't know that that's necessarily true, number one, in this case, obviously. And you've been a little bit sarcastic so far today about,
a little?
I don't know, just a wee bit sarcastic about what's going on down there.
Yeah.
And look, even if
politics playing
it's all politics. I mean, it's all politics. Everybody has got their ox getting gored, and I'm telling you right now, I'll make a bold prediction. The fact that this police commissioner is at odds with the state's attorney does not bode well for her prosecution. I've been there before. When the police commissioner is not on board with the prosecution, things happen, your case falls apart. It's an amazing thing that happens to a prosecutor.
And this is why, Wendy, when I saw that that man on the screen was not standing up there in solidarity with the process, because if he's got bad apples, he doesn't want them either, right?
Yes,
he wants his city to be safe.
It's true. It's a very astute observation you make, because what we're seeing now is two camps. The first camp says, justice delayed is justice denied. The second camp says this is a rush to justice. Nobody wants that.
And that's justice denied.
That's justice denied as well.
Let me ask you this. Everybody's talking about, was it legal or illegal, that knife? And my question...
That's the only question.
So that is my question for you.
It isn't the only question.
Isn't it really what's in the officer's mind?
Right. If he's got a good faith belief that that's not a legal weapon, then you don't throw out the probable cause. I mean, they'll save it. I mean, I don't know if this were a case that didn't have the microscope on it. No judge is going to say, "Oh, that's an illegal arrest. I'm going to kick it out." Okay. Give me a break.
So it's a fine point, but I got to ask you this: Hollywood is real good at showing us what a switchblade looks and sounds like.
Oh,
is it really like that in real life?
Absolutely not. And to pick up on Mark's point, that's true. Probable cause doesn't. You don't have to be right. Because think about what we're talking about, and you make a good point with what does a switchblade look like. There are so many varieties of knives, right? From a butcher knife down to a fingernail file, and we all know that because remember when TSA put those regulations into effect, people couldn't tell the things apart.
Okay, should a police officer working the beat, they'll be able to tell that apart?
They should.
I'd like to say shouldn't they?
Except even if he's wrong, it doesn't mean probable cause disappears.
He just had some concept.
He had, if it was good faith.
There's running away, there's a high crime neighborhood, there's a takedown, and I haven't seen the police report. It's not public yet, so I don't know if there was any kind of resistance or an inability to get a good spot.
They're going to say there was resistance. They don't put somebody back into the van and say that he cooperated.
I don't know that to be true, and I always want to give the benefit of the doubt to Freddie Gray. I want to give the benefit of the doubt to these officers. That's what everybody should be doing in this case.
I'm not saying that Freddie Gray resisted. I'm saying that report is going to say he resisted.
And that will be a big part of a defense, right? Mark my words, isn't the defense attorney for each of the officers charged with the takedown of Freddie Gray going to say there's something else afoot?
The motion you just showed is right on. I mean, he should demand that. He should, and he's got the law accurately.
But there's an issue of credibility that's permeating the discussion that we're having. I mean, what did the knife look like? What kind of a knife it was? Because the credibility of the statements that were made at the press conference is being called into question. That's a larger issue.
If you don't have your police commissioner on board, it is
exactly,
really
and
tough.
that's one of the reasons we're talking about.
I'm just telling you, without him there, the case is going to crumble.
Producers, save the tape. Save the tape, because we're maybe a year or two away from an actual prosecution if any of these things get to trial.
Correct.
If they're not settled.
Or if they get thrown out.
It is indeed unbelievably quick. All right, Mark, Wendy, thank you both. Really appreciate it.